to interview the neighbors, and also the one individual that was making dinner at the time that also heard that noise.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
and I could refer to it because I'm going to mention the church steps.
Right, right, yeah. I completely forgot about that until you said that. I was trying to think, what's he talking about?
But look at the individual that was lost in this local area to where it was the elderly woman that was sweeping her porch that saw the elderly man walk away. And then the new search that we're working on, it's the nosy neighbor that heard the noise at 1:30 in the morning.
Right. And the one that came up on that one search, which helped wrap it up, she came up to complain about the noise that we were making, how long the noise would be there, and I ended up getting her dumped on me because I have to solve all problems, and talked to her and said, "Oh, your husband said blah blah blah." She said, "My husband's an idiot. He's absolutely wrong. This is what happened." And then that started us on a different course, which ultimately that combined with everything else led to wrapping it up. And I had an amazing theory about what happened. Amazing theory.
It was amazing.
It was like the end of a Matlock, but it was completely wrong.
No, the only thing I remember were the church bells. They kept going off on every half an hour or quarter hour.
Yeah, yeah, and but it's been interesting. It's always been interesting,
and that's and as a segue to that, it's individuals who have a past history of mental health problems able to purchase weapons.
Well, that's a whole separate thing. That's
Yeah.
a whole separate big argument about because we have seen some cases where people buy a firearm and use it to harm themselves within a day or two, and it's real clear that it was purchased for that purpose versus somebody that may have owned a gun all their life and decided to do it. That's a different thing to me. That's a change of life. But if somebody goes and buys a tool and uses that tool for something, then it's a different thing. It's just there should be some additional way to tell because we have people that were in facilities that were able to get stuff, and had they not, if there was a delay, if it was a little more difficult, they might still be with us. Don't know, but the
You know what we haven't had lately in nursing homes or assistant livings? I don't think we've had many of them. I know we used to get several calls on them, but we haven't gotten too many calls at all.
We were getting them regularly, and in some areas too. I think that they've gotten a little better with locking down people, but I think that for the most part, that demographic isn't walking out as much and not going as far. I know it's not because of cameras, because every time we go to a nursing home, the cameras aren't working. And there's no. There needs to be a law there really needs to be a law that mandates that if you run a public business, you have to have a functional camera in the business. It should be like a smoke detector. It should be there because it is part of public safety at this point. And as much as I hate having myself on camera and will make faces at the camera and throw ketchup packets at it, it should still be there. It's part of public safety, and it saves time, and it solves cases, and it wraps up things. So whoever can go do that, go change that law and get those cameras up there. They don't cost any money anymore. It's not a big deal. But thank you, TJ, and we've got to go be somewhere now.
Yes, we do. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Hit the button, Russell.